So Crypto Universe, I'm back with another video, and today I wanted to talk about Tron, Solana, and Stellar Lumens. So I'm gonna get right into the story regarding Tron. So Rumble Cloud has entered a strategic partnership in collaboration with Tron. Now, for the people that don't know, Rumble is a very popular video streaming slash video sharing platform. It's a competitor to YouTube, and it's a place that many people have they've begun the process of putting content up over there as well, due to the fact that they don't like the practices of YouTube, and YouTube has been caught on many occasions censoring people depending on certain topics. But they announced today that in collaboration with Tron DAO, the community-governed DAO dedicated to accelerating decentralization of the internet through blockchain technology and decentralized applications, that they're going to begin this partnership, and this is the initial phase. So in the initial phase of this collaboration, Rumble Cloud will provide access to its infrastructure, supporting a more decentralized and resilient foundation. Rumble Cloud is designed to empower organizations to become independent from incumbent hyperscalers' unfair pricing, vendor lock-in strategies, and censorship through a comprehensive portfolio of essential cloud computing services, including virtual machines, Kubernetes orchestration, block and object storage, load balancers, and virtual private cloud options. Now, here's a quote from the CEO of Rumble, 𝗬𝗃 𝗬𝗃. He says, "Blockchain and cryptocurrency represent the decentralized internet that promises the freedom to be innovative, and that is exactly compatible with Rumble's mission to promote and protect free expression. It's an honor to be entrusted by Tron, and we look forward to a long relationship." And now here's a quote from Justin Sun, the founder of Tron, where he says, "Tron was built on the belief that the internet should be open, censorship resistant, and owned by its users. Collaborating with Rumble Cloud reinforces that commitment, giving us more freedom to build." So I believe this is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. So as many of you may notice, the internet, despite it technically being a massive place where there's so many people and so many things, over the past 16 years, pretty much since 2009 when Facebook took over, it's really become a place that has been monopolized by like 3 or 4 companies. That's really been the case. It's been like, at this point of the internet, it's mostly just about YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And that's not the type of internet I want, obviously, because when these platforms have already shown time after time that when they get too much power, when they get too much control, they will screw people like you and me over. And most people don't care until they're the ones that get censored. Then that's when it starts to hit them that maybe this current setup where we have 3 or 4 companies monopolizing 90% of internet traffic, that maybe this isn't the way to go. But I don't want to get on a soapbox here. I just am interested to see how this develops. I want to see, does Rumble get involved with blockchain companies in any other capacity? And I also want to see how this relationship or this partnership, collaboration with Tron develops from here. And also, the next story here is from Solana. It's actually a post here that I wanted to mention. So Solana has what they call an app kit by 𝗬𝗵𝗲 ecosystem, which is, in my opinion, this is pretty dope. This is an open source React Native kit that allows you to build iOS as well as Android apps in more or less 15 minutes. Now, mind you, you're technically not the one building it. It's actually like an AI that's building it. But this goes into the article that I covered yesterday from Dfinity founder Dominic Williams, when he talked about how he believes in the future, really all apps are going to be developed by AI. So computer programmers and developers and coders, all of these things that we know now, most likely these jobs, these skill sets are going to become very irrelevant with AI, due to the fact that in the coming years, these AIs, these programs are going to be sophisticated enough to build platforms, to build apps complex apps from scratch. I mean, some of these, as you can see with Solana Kit, they already have some of those capabilities. Even something like ChatGPT kind of has that capability. If you put the right prompt into ChatGPT, asking it to write out a code for you for a certain type of app, it can spit a code out in like 5 seconds. So I'm very interested to see what comes from that, whether it's from Solana or DFINITY or any other project within the world of blockchain, to see how sophisticated these AIs can become when it comes to creating apps from scratch. Because at that point, I think developers will still technically exist, but it won't exist in the way it exists now, to where it's a very complex job that requires a lot of training. Because I've taken some night classes where I learned how to do some coding on Solidity, which, for people that don't know, Solidity, that's like a coding program that's native to like Ethereum. But I believe that in the future, it's going to become much more of a simple thing that, again, almost anybody could technically do if you just know how to put the right prompts and the right instructions into into an AI. But the next story and the final story I want to get into here is actually a post from Nansen. It's about Stellar Lumens. So Stellar, it's talking about how it's a payment powerhouse and how it's expanding. And it's a thread here talking about what Stellar has cooking in the DeFi landscape. So one of the ones they mentioned was Aquarius, which is about boosting Stellar's DEX liquidity. And it's showing that it's pulling this off in massive numbers, where their total swap volume as of right now is 50 million. Another platform in the Stellar ecosystem is Blend, which they like to nickname it the DeFi's mad scientist, which I thought was a very interesting nickname. That's kind of interesting, right? And they track things such as unique active addresses, so which users are sticking around, as well as the number of weekly active users. Is there like a slow burn or a breakout, things of that nature. The next one that they covered is FXDAO, which is Stellar's answer to stable debt. So think of MakerDAO, but with the 𝗏𝗏 penguin. So right now the total debt they issue is 4.3 million, and it's a small niche, but it is in fact growing. And then also they have Phoenix, which they nickname the on-chain ramen, and basically, again, they're talking about food and cooking and all that, so it's a pun. Just saying, hey, the on-chain ramen is hot and it's bubbling up something spicy. Like in the past 30 days, it's had a volume of nearly $900,000, guys. Then you also have SoroSwap, which is a full-on liquidity engine within the Stellar Lumens ecosystem. It has a total swap volume of 21 million. Again, guys, these are platforms that I'm looking into, and I think you guys should look into as well. If you see this video, hit the like and subscribe button. If you want me to dive deeper into any one of those projects that are in the Stellar ecosystem, let me know. I have no problem doing that. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, and leave a comment below letting me know, are you bullish about Solana or Stellar or Tron?